The Florid Locket, a short story in letters. A cursed locket causes those who possess it to speak in florid drivel as it leads them to their doom. Dear Truscott, if you don't return the locket immediately, Carla is going to intervene. Leslie. Dear Leslie, the fellow moon reckons not the wandering raven. The man castles of the eve, mortared with ice in grim barriers, cannot dissolve nor be swallowed by the east in the two-candled dark polyps of light. We climb only to eke and lull. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, I have tried everything. I rang your office a multitude of times. Carla is worried about you. So am I. What have you done with the locket? Leslie. Dear Leslie, holding this embryonic shawl from these driftwood eyes, cast into bone, engraved into mortality's calendar, tender multitudes possess each autumn daytime. The sky trumpets of the iris never lament. Light shafts are my initiation. Any woman clad in moonbeams craves for daisies, and the swan is ever still, a floating shadow. The booming silence settles into soft croons, should we ever listen. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, it seems you think I want the locket for my own purposes, or that Carla covets it. It is not true. It is dangerous. We are worried about you. At least keep it safe. You won't give it to Lady Leonie as a love keep, will you? Leslie. Dear Leslie, pelican-headed are the spires of this sepulchre, the candle-wax mannequin, as beautiful as physics, her harpsichord fingers dipping in my ink, mourning for the tulip bulbs. Oh, what blue petals are yet to be properly christened. My chrism is the radiant amber, my lifeline forks in the serragated delta. Daffodils adorn the halfway house. Long avenues of pink delight will cure the stranded man. Is it not written? Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, you are missing the point. Carla is sure you are under a spell. Listen to yourself. I don't understand you anymore. How can you say such hurtful things? Leslie. Dear Leslie, forbidden tarry locates the starry gyre, throbbing haste, the lyric of our forgetting ways. Even though the brazen-lipped dawn captures old moments, we bob delirious like meadow sob. 6 years of nettles, 6 years of waltzing in the May. The black marrow is salty. The stone is pocked with lovers' long-lasting whispers. The cellars seep with bile. The cactus will never forgive. That is the way of wastelands. Carpets of blue cyrinthus roll into the sky, but who consults the library of the many blues? I am rigid with capacity. I am 1,000,000 years old. I can only guess at why the evening star avoids our lonesome dedications. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, yes, that was Carla at your gate stirring up your dogs on Tuesday night. She is worried you will give the locket to Lady Leonie. You know what will happen. Soon she will be florid too. I thought we were closer than this. Why won't you speak with Carla? Leslie. Dear Leslie, we, the neophytes of widowhood, stalk the green abyss. At last, winter's moody longing, brass-ridden against our serpentine inventions, curdles in the Macbeth milk of our souls. I, wrinkle on your river-bank, keeper of pearls, only loiter and cannot name the pole stars. How the seasons churn the tides. Daughters of anguished ecstasy, behold, the flower bends its head to the shears. Blessed are the bees that find the hidden nectar. The women at the fountain won't stay thirsty, nor will the baker boy go far from his furnace. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, perhaps, but Carla spoke to a man. He knows about the locket. It is exactly like I told you. It takes hold of your tongue. Don't you believe in curses anymore? Leslie. Dear Leslie, blessed are the dragonflies. They meet the productions of time. Silver is the metal of sweet memories. Regret is made of tungsten. At last the summer fills up the lily fronds. Even as the minnow spawns in hot tides, the transcriptions of destiny are betrothed. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, are you crazy? This is a curse sealed by tormented lovers who hurled themselves into the sea. Good luck. Leslie. Dear Leslie, rainbows settle all the disputes of the sky, yet the anchor holds the ferry. The silver on the mirror stays. How thorny grows the briar, how placid, against the dark ferment, the gold-scented blossom. Have we all forgotten the murky majesty of mermaid song when it leaks into our dreams? I know their cold-blooded love chants. An imprint is the emblem. But listen to me sing. I sing my own songs in all the fluent dialects that make the charms of loving. Honey floods the mouth of the storm. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, they spouted florid poesy to each other all the way to the deadly depths of love. Leslie. Dear Leslie, the night time is pharaonic. The courting owl, orange-eyeing to the end, grapples with the breezes. Welcome, cries the barb-breasted flesh, ever hungry. Though we siphon nitrogen, slender fingers filter the tailor's cotton, and we embrace the twilight. Moon dust clogs the cogs of love. Lace graces our windows. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, those are all false memories. Leslie. Dear Leslie, a perfumed nape like the loins of the elements makes new words on lost lips. Baubles are the lock of recreated days. Young and old, we are all festooned with scarlet ribs. My genesis was broken. The first seed seeks the darkness. What is the strategy of the seahorse? What is the language of kelp? Where is the cervix of the sun? Together we gaze into distant faces. Our telepathy does not fail. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, might you think of your lady's honour? Would you that Lady Leone wears the locket as the love keep of a scoundrel like my brother? Leslie. Dear Leslie, in the long ago miracles, whereas those were miraculous designs, fate, basking in adjectives again, held these simple hands. May the night time know her portion. The red rose loves the rain. All our yesterdays crowd the jeweller's furrow. Some love ends in limestone. We will be immortal in our bower. Sailors watch the lighthouse in the Bible night. There are kisses wheresoever the sky kisses the earth. I will be a lion sitting on the rocks, roaring like a bell, cleansing the kingdom of sodium. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, Carla is insulted, but we grow used to your insults. If you won't return the locket, we will have no choice but to look away. But we implore you not to give it as a love keep to your Lady Leone. It can only end in poetry. Leslie. Dear Leslie, fools befriend the clockwork innards. War cries the jetty fisting wave. The stars go smothered in kisses. Note her sweet inflection. She is honey, she is snow melt. She is the mixture that exceeds the blend. She is the blush of the new carnation. She is everything we will ever want to remember. The tent sags in the old carnival. The oyster knows its grit. I would sing like a river, holding the constellations in my arms. Every noun strikes a gong in this incarnation. The winds will caress oblivion's companion. The chain hangs loose. The festival commences. The compass is grist. The land calls all the boats to shore. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, what have you done? Do you use her as your spite? We implored you to keep your curses to yourself. Curse you? Why do you hate me? Leslie. Dear Leslie, we saw the springtime rush is vehement. Lanky columbines cannot outpace the desert pea. No woman of earnest is not a Cleopatra. In the caves do giants labour. Massive anvils make tiny trinkets. The sand castles of the dawn tide, unmoored and moist, cannot dissolve nor be licked up into fading falsehoods. Alas, we swim only to sink and dream. Abandon all your maps, betray all your bearings. Such is the song of silver things. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, no, please, you mustn't. Remember back before Carl even found the locket? We could talk. I wish we could talk. Leslie. Dear Leslie, mountains, martial armies, the misty passes are their wet and sultry weaponry. We can be grateful to the Bali King, who goes deep into lost homes alone, who shuts the doors so tight, who would deny the rendezvous of words. Embroidered is the swaying night. Every verb is my crucible. Dalliance makes the long recompense. Our dreaming life is ever porous. In the morning, the shore is strung with pearls. The mirror hides the angle. The heart bridges chasms. Moon maidens emblazon forget-me-nots by the handful in their hair. Love must be indelible. The flux carries corrosive oblivion. The ranunculars put on their lipstick. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, Carla says you misunderstand. No, the curse is only broken when the locket is lying back on the seabed. She told you, I told you. You reply with all your half-truths. Leslie. Dear Leslie, yet the new moon lays in the lap of the old, in nude rectitude, the lolling gravity of spheres, and they kiss for the whales and the fishes. Oh, let the seaweed wave. Who knows the splashing tides of wet Eden? There is the orange blossoms, solar vocals. There are the many tongue-struck, mermaid-licking oceans. Yea, our intrepid outcast. The sand-glazed pastures of the deep horizon. Our journey through the gateways of wisteria, songful. I am pyramid. I am tendril. I am the east wind's uncle. Fortune befits the loose-footed princess of dreams. Yours, Truscott. Dear Truscott, you're always selfish. This is wickedness and you know it. Stop it right now. Leslie. Dear Truscott, you have stopped writing. Leslie. Truscott. Dear Leslie, it is a moonless dawn, how the seasons hide in their metals. The barren boats bounce on the king tide's mane. Youth is doomed to falter, then come the mother-ragged years of plump ruin. What keeps love must defy time's clumsy thumbs. Only lonely hearts dredge the fetid pools. How the north wind promises new cruelties. How the smelted dawn sizzles in the trade. Tears are our sea water, the implant of a savage alchemy. Men lumber dreary, nothing holds together in the hurricane. A single image holds 1,000 days. Desolation's lemon frock. See the serpent slip from its skin, nurtured on the lover's drool. I am mouthpiece to the widow's lintel. I sing against the hourglass sands. Old eyes incite nostalgic songs, but the fireside grows cold. Dawn removes her bobby pins. Her eyes are sonnets in their sockets. She is the elixir of silk. She is the rosebud's inner secret. She is the potion replete. She is the songbird's sweet silence, who tests memories against the eking out adventures of time. The blue blossoms of rosemary remember 11 lives. I am structure. I am old bones. The ingot loves the acid. Potency is the chant of our lingering fulfillment. How the dawn assembles all her flowers from the grazing, silent, ghost-infested boatloads of nature's spindles. Every eddy is an ecstasy. Everything rhyme, at one with our poetry. We leap into sleep. We are all creatures of conjuration. Yours, Truscott.